Let's turn our focus to the worst affected nation in the entire planet, that is America. The death toll in the United States of America due to COVID-19 has now surpassed the 50,000 mark. US currently accounts for over 1/4 of the total global death toll. The number of cases in the country are more than Spain, Italy, France, Germany, UK and Turkey combined. However, US President Donald Trump claims that he does not take any responsibility for the 50,000 deaths. Listen in.
You take any responsibility for these 50,000 deaths that have happened in this country?
I think we've done a great job. As you know, minimal numbers were going to be 100,000 people. Minimal numbers were going to be 100,000 people, and we're going to be hopefully far below that. If we didn't take quick action, you could have lost many millions of people.
This was also the first time the president did not take any questions during the coronavirus task briefing. The country recorded 1,258 coronavirus deaths in the last 24 hours, which is the lowest daily death toll in almost 3 weeks for America. But even as US reels under the pandemic, anti-lockdown protests continued in several states. Hundreds of people took to the streets to protest against the current stay-at-home orders. Nearly 42 US states are currently under strict restrictions.
We should be allowed to go to work because there's many people who aren't able to provide for their families right now. Yes, they recently got $1,200, but that's only going to go so far.
Meanwhile, the state of Georgia is opening up certain businesses, including gyms and salons. While Donald Trump said he thinks it is too soon for Georgia, he expected Governor Kemp to do what is right for his state. Currently, the divide between the states and Donald Trump administration continues to widen, despite Trump endorsing his early ban on China. New York governor has now claimed that the first cases in the state did not come from China but arrived from Europe. Cuomo pointed out to research from Northeastern University, saying that he believed that the source was actually Italy.
How can you expect that when you act 2 months after the outbreak in China, the virus was only in China, waiting for us to act? The horse had already left the barn by the time we moved. A researcher now says, knowing the number of flights coming into New York from Italy, it was like watching a horrible train wreck in slow motion. Those are the flights that were coming from Italy and from Europe, January and February. We closed the front door with the China travel ban, which was right. Even in retrospect, it was right. But we left the back door open.
But not just mainland China. Navy ships are slowly turning into virus hotspots. The USS Kidd has become the second US Navy ship to be impacted by the outbreak. The first sailor who tested positive was removed from this ship after displaying symptoms. Now this comes as the cases on aircraft carrier USS Theodore Roosevelt continue to rise. Almost 840 soldiers and sailors have tested positive on that aircraft carrier.